Friday Science Fun Fact this week. If you wanted to make scientific chocolate chip cookies, you could. You could get all of the ingredients from your scientific suppliers, but if you did, it would cost you over $11,000 Canadian to do that. I took the recipe from the Hershey website and put it on here on the spreadsheet. I had to edit it a bit because I couldn't find a supplier for brown sugar, but you can make brown sugar from white sugar and molasses, so I had to put that up there. And you can see it's $11,151.69 to order all of these ingredients to Canada. Butter, surprisingly not that bad. It's only about $12 a pound, so, you know, some people are probably playing that in a regular store right now anyway. This is the sugar. You can kind of, there we go. You can't see the word sugar, but this is the sucrose that you can get from Sigma Aldrich, and it is $111 for 500 grams. And here we have our molasses. $9 or so for a jar of it. Not too bad, but you can definitely get cheaper at a store. Now here's another thing I had to compromise on. I couldn't find actual whole eggs. This is the closest I could get. Powdered egg whites. We use albumin pretty standard in a lot of tests, but that's not obviously the entire content of an egg, so I did manage to find powdered egg whites. So it is $365 for a kilogram of that. You'd have to reconstitute it. The recipe calls for 2 eggs, so I'm guessing probably about maybe 50 milliliters of water and a tablespoon or 2 of this. Now, I don't know if this would actually work in place of the vanilla extract, because this is vanillin, 99% pure. And so it's just the chemical vanillin, which gives vanilla its smell. So I'm not sure it would taste the same, but this is the closest I could get. Okay, wheat flour here is the biggest cost. 45 grams is $728, and so to make 2 1/3 cups per the recipe, you're gonna need 7 of these. So this is the bulk of your cost. I think it's about just over $8,000 or something for just the wheat flour alone. Sodium bicarb. This is, your baking soda. It's, perfectly normal product, but for 25 grams, you're going to pay $65 for that because it is very pure. Salt, again, very simple. I'm surprised they actually sell it in only 25-gram quantities because normally people use this in quite a bit bigger, but it's $64 for salt. Now, I really thought that the chocolate would be the most expensive part, but actually it was the wheat flour. But you get 91 grams in 5 bars of baking chocolate, and that's going to cost you just over $2,000. So here we have our recipe again, so you can see what those costs were again. Oh, looks like I was wrong about the wheat flour. The cost for that is just over $5,000 and $7,000 Canadian. So yeah. Anyways, $11,151 Canadian. If anyone wants to send me that money, I will order all these ingredients and make you a very expensive scientific chocolate chip cookie.